So it's a special day, a week after, is it a week? It was last Monday, it's now Sunday. A week after we were set free, sort of, half, restrictions were lifted. I'm going out for food at a restaurant, which is exciting. Going out for lunch and did my makeup because I was feeling fancy and forgot that I had to wear a mask, so it's all going to rub off anyway. Fun. Got to edit when I get back, and then that's all my plans for today.
Stop at the station as normal. For more information and alternative routes, see publicity at the station, speak to a member of staff, or visit tfl.gov.uk/South Kent Works.
Customer information. Please ensure you wear your face coverings over your nose and mouth.
Now I need a flat white and then I'll start off with a pen. So we are back from town, as you can see. I'm about to go take my makeup off because I'm not used to wearing it anymore. Then I'm going to edit, and then weird line down my nose. Then I am going to do nothing. Okay.
Hello. Been a busy day today. Just make a cup of tea. Been a busy day today. Obviously, we went and got tested yesterday, me and Dad, because my mum tested positive. We both tested negative, which is good, but obviously it's early on in the incubation period, so we may still have it. But obviously at the moment I'm isolating for 10 days, so I've just I've just planned and pre-recorded videos for every single lesson I have next week. I've spent the whole day doing that, non-stop pretty much. But it means the week's ready to go, which is good. I've got a load of stuff I'm going to try and get ahead of this week in terms of planning and prep. I've just got to keep an eye out for symptoms. Obviously the issue with being negative is that it means we have to try and stay away from mum a bit and try and work out, you know, who's going to go in what room and who's touched what and things like that. Which isn't easy, and like I say, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually I test positive, but it's just annoying because I really want to get back to work. I really don't like the idea of being stuck in the house, but never mind. Life goes on.
Hi. So it's still the morning. It's early enough that I haven't showered yet. And I was just watching Criminal Minds, having a good time, and Siri activated on my phone just as someone said call for help, and my phone rang the police. I don't have Hey Siri activated. I don't really use Siri because he doesn't understand me. He doesn't care, you know? So, I'm going with the ghosts are active. They decided to prank me or something. And, yeah. I nearly shat myself as I tried to end the call before someone answered. Stress. My hair's looking really ginger today and really dry. I'm getting it cut next week. I'm very excited. I am. Anyway. Bye.
Happy Tuesday. Obviously I'm in quarantine, I'm in isolation, but I ventured out of the house for the first time in a few days just to get a COVID test, which you're allowed to do. It's the only reason you're allowed to leave. Because I had an awful night last night. Obviously my mum's tested positive, who I live with, and last night I just felt hot, sweaty, couldn't stop coughing, I had a banging headache. I slept for about 3 hours, if that. It was just weird. I felt really rubbish. Typically, I've had a shower and everything, and to come out, actually showered to go out to the COVID test centre. And typically I feel a little bit better, but don't want to risk it. So I'm taking the test, took the test, so that I can be sure if I have it or not. Because obviously the sooner I catch it, not catch the virus, but catch it if I do have it, if that makes sense. As soon as I know I have it, it shortens the isolation period. The longer I leave it, the longer I have to isolate, I think. So I'd rather catch it as soon as possible. Again, not the virus, catch the fact that I have it. So that my time away from school is limited, because I feel very guilty not being there. But you got to do what you got to do. Anyway, it's boiling in this car, and I'm not well, so I'm going to head home.
Hello? Can I help?
Good morning. It's been a hot minute since I've spoken to anyone, but yeah, today is a flat viewing day, so that's how I'm spending my morning, and fingers crossed that's gonna end up with a positive result and we'll be moving soon. And free, which is nice. Yeah, haven't really been filming because I've just been working and sleeping, or outside, and not able to film friends, so I'm just exhausted all the time now. I can't use the inside of my hand because I just did my tea gel, and I don't particularly want alcohol and testosterone in my eye. Life choices.
Thursday. I realised I didn't post anything yesterday or send anything yesterday on Wednesday. And on Tuesday I obviously said that I was out for a test because I had an awful night and had symptoms. Anyway, yesterday I tested positive for coronavirus. Not surprising really, because my whole family now has it as well. So we've all tested positive. I've always said we're a positive family. It's not like this. But yeah, it's been a strange few days. Today, I don't feel too bad. I've been able to get on with some work. Yesterday, I felt so weak, physically, mentally. You know, one of the symptoms is fatigue, and I definitely had that. I was literally couldn't do anything. I literally melted into a sofa, and it was so difficult to get up. It was like I'd done like a marathon or something. Like my body was just aching and done. But better today. Obviously, lots of coughing from all of us. Today, my appetite has gone. Haven't eaten anything. It's about 6 o'clock, and I haven't eaten anything yet. I will try and eat something tonight, but you know, it's a bit of a strange one. My dad's all right as well. My mum's she's all right, but she's probably feeling it worse, but she's a lot further through. She was the first to get it, so she's about over halfway through her period of isolation. Whereas me and Dad are near the start, so I'm hoping I don't get too much worse. I'll probably work out by the weekend if I'm going to get any worse, if you know what I mean. And then I have just over a week left of isolation, so I should be allowed out next Saturday. So unfortunately, any videos that I send will be limited to my household, but I'll try and update you as long as I'm well enough as to symptoms and how I feel. It's just very odd, but the biggest thing is boredom. I feel so bored. I'm only a few days in. I'm trying to do a different piece of work, but I get through it quite quickly because I'm so desperate to do it, and I get it done and I'm like, I need more. So I'm in touch with work, and obviously I've done some video lessons, and I'm going to try and, Google Meet live into one of my Year 11's lessons tomorrow, because it's the last lesson before their exam, which again I'm gutted I couldn't be there for, but got to do what you got to do, follow those rules. But yeah, not too bad today, although the coughing is giving me a headache, so that's annoying.
Somebody hates me.
Hello, so doing my weekly vlog. Yeah, this probably could have been broken up into loads of little ones to be scattered, but I've just been forgetful with filming, so you're just getting the one long one today. Let's start with the reason why I decided to film this, which is the nice little booklet I've just received in the post, that word election address book. Mayoral? Doesn't sound right. That one. But yeah, so local elections coming up on the 6th of May. Remember to register to vote. Forgot to register for postal vote, so whoops. But yeah, so still, as far as I'm aware, from what I can tell, because some of it seemed a bit confusing, but from what I can tell, I can still vote, but just have to do it in person. It also means I need to figure out where the polling booth is. I think it's just over there. I'm not entirely sure, so we need to look into that. But yeah, so just had a quick flick through that. And there's one thing I want to say. I don't want to go into a big thing about this, because I could easily sit for an hour just reviewing this. But there's one thing I really want to quickly mention about UKIP. Tell me now, this isn't up there. I mean, I know it's out of focus. Tell me now these aren't some of the most UKIP looking photos you have ever seen. Like, yeah, that is just peak UKIP. He will not be getting my vote, do not worry. But another reason why I just wanted to give him a special shout out over everyone else was because of the fact that everyone else has listed all the points. Like, Conservative Party down on the next page, they've very clearly stated what they're aiming to do. Next page, Labour Party, they're the one in power at the minute here, so they've said things done in the past few years and what they intend to do next year. So everyone's just done a good job at pointing out all their points very clearly, very concisely. And then this guy, he's just spoke about himself. Having a quick read through it, I did make the effort to read all of these because it's important to stay politically aware and all that fun stuff. And I've genuinely got no idea what his goal is, besides wanting to be president, or not president. We do not have presidents here, especially not local ones. Mayor. He said, well, the quotes here, we've all seen taxpayers' money wasted on certain development projects that have been unpopular with local people. Which ones? I don't know if it's just because I'm new to the area, like only been here a few months, but I don't know which ones he's on about. I don't know why they weren't successful. I don't know how much money was wasted. A bit of insight would be useful there. I get it's quite short, so like it's only 2 pages, you can only put so much in it. But then why is half a page only pictures? And why have you wasted 2 paragraphs just talking about yourself and bringing up and stuff? Yeah, and he's also spent a paragraph just slandering Labour, which I get why, because you're the person, because they're the ones in power, so you want to say these are things they've done wrong that I'm going to do better, so I can understand that perspective of it. But also, don't write about a page and a half of just talking about yourself and why you want it, and not mention anything about what you're going to do. Good luck to him, he's going to need it. But yes, that's just a funny little thing I wanted to mention. I also want to give a shout out to the Green Party candidate because she looks like the sweetest old lady, and we stand Penny. Yeah. So I'll definitely. I mean, I can pretty much guarantee I know who I'm going to be voting for now. But yeah, I'm going to be having a look through manifestos at some point. I'm assuming local mayors do manifestos. Can't remember. It's been a while since the last local election, and I'm assuming they have manifestos. But yeah, so I'll be reading up on the parties and those specific people at some point in the next few days, ready for the election, just to make sure I am fully informed, because very important to be informed for the kids. Make sure to read up and not just stick to parties because you know them, because that is when parties start screwing us over because they change policies without us realising. So, yep, we'll be doing that fun stuff later. What else is new with me? I've got this, which I might film myself doing at some point today or tomorrow, or in fact probably not this weekend because something's coming up, which I will get to in a minute. But yeah, 3 samples of some skincare thing, which I'm sure Anne will be happy to know I'm doing something about, even if it is free. It's still skincare. Yeah. So that's a fun thing to try, but I'll be having an allergic reaction to it, so I'm going to be doing that after this weekend because my landlord is coming round this weekend. And why is my landlord coming, you ask? Long story short, there might be a wasp's nest in my loft. So that's fun. I would show you why I think I have, but I'm very scared to go near the evidence. But pretty much the other day, I think it was the 19th, so it's 23rd today, so about 4 days ago. In fact, no, the day before, actually. As I'm saying this, I can see a wasp outside. So the day before, so the 18th, I initially heard something buzzing about in my spare room. Thought, not going to deal with it because it's really late, and I thought, you know what? It's in there, I'll deal with it another day. Next day, go to leave the flat to go and just do some shopping. And as soon as I opened the door, there was just a nice big wasp sat at the window directly in front of me. And once again, no photos or anything because that was a terrifying experience and I was not risking getting stung for the sake of a photo. So I just shut that and thought, right, let's think this through before I go shopping because one problem at a time. So I shut that, and then I thought, hang on, wasn't the wasp in there, not in there? So then I opened it and thought, there's a wasp in here as well. So there were multiple wasps. Normally wouldn't be a concern. The only way they could have got in there is through the loft. Because the windows have been shut since I moved in because winter. Yeah. So that's a concern, because I also know exactly where they could have gotten through, because there's a pipe that goes from the cupboard with like all the electrics, or like there's a thing where all the electrics run through, and there's a pipe that runs into the roof, and there's a tiny little gap at the top of it. So I would guess that's where that wasp came from. Then in the spare room, there's like a walk-in wardrobe built into the wall, like above the stairs, and there's always a massive draft there, so that makes me feel like that draft's coming from the loft, and yeah. Fun. Thankfully, shortly beforehand, I took all my drag out, which needs tidying. Don't focus on it too much. But yeah, that's a job for today, actually. All that was out for a project. I feel like I might film this, it seems familiar, but yeah, I got all that out for a project. Project is now not happening just because time, effort, and money, essentially. So that all needs tidying, but at least it's safe from the wasps. Touch wood, no wasps have gotten in my bedroom yet. But this is why we really think there's a problem, because when I saw those 2 wasps, I messaged my landlord saying, hey, potential issue, just giving you a heads up. Especially speaking to my downstairs neighbour, because she said that she's had a feeling there's been a wasp in the loft for a while. Didn't really say why, but that was enough for me to be like, right, nope, Yep, and then, yesterday? No, I think it was the 21st. It's 20th, day or two ago. Went into the spare room just to like check the wasps had died. Yeah, so that was one of the stairs because I needed shopping, so I dealt with it, by which I mean I put a mug over it, which I need to deal with later today. This is what the trusty hoover's for. So that is something to deal with later. Normally I don't do killing bugs, but wasps are a big no-no. If it was a bee, no problem. Open the window, let it fly out in its own time, but not a wasp. Wasps can, no. Don't deal with wasps. So yes, I need to deal with that later on, and the hoover will become useful. And then I thought, right, so that's that one dealt with, so I can still get up and down the stairs safely, fine. Then we get to the spare room, and this is where we're like, right, this is a massive issue. So I went into the spare room a couple of days ago, just to check if that one was alive or dead, or just sort of see a state of it. There's more than one. I can't remember how many I counted, but it was a lot. Remember when I first saw it, it was just on the floor, like in the corner, sort of. To be fair, I think it's dead because it hasn't moved. But so it was just sort of there, and then there was one on the windowsill. There was one on the window, one on the curtain. There was another one on the floor over there. There was a couple more, I can't remember whereabouts, and I didn't even check the full room. And I was like, no, not happening. Like literally, as I'm saying this, there's a wasp right over there. We'll try and film it, but it's a wasp. They're tiny. You're not going to be able to film it from this far. But yeah, so that tied in with the wasp in the stairs, which the stairs especially, there's no way it could have gotten in without that pipe, because it's like fully airtight. There's no other way it could have gone in. And then also the fact that, as previously mentioned, there are plenty of wasps I see come and go from like, oh, in fact you might be able to see kind of, I'm too lazy to move, but like, if you can see there, like where the drain, I sort of see lots of wasps going about there specifically, so I've got a feeling there was a hole somewhere in those tiles, which is what they're using to get in and out of the loft. Which is concerning. So that's a fun thing for me to deal with. Landlord's coming tomorrow afternoon at some point, so he's going to call me beforehand just to make sure I'm in, essentially. So that's a fun thing to look forward to, which also means today we need to sort of tidy up a little bit. I mean, it's not, besides the drag, it's relatively tidy flat. I never leave, so I don't bring any mess in. Yes, I'm going to spend some time cleaning today, which is going to be fun. And yeah. So that's where I'm at with life. Oh, I'm just not looking forward to this. Tomorrow's not going to be a fun day. Tomorrow's not. I might do a little film thing tomorrow of an update on what's happening with the wasps, because there's definitely some level of wasp nest up there. I'm sure of it. It's just a question of how severe it is. Also, I'm kind of hoping that if there is a wasp nest, it is in there, 'cause there is a chance that whatever this wasp nest is, it's just in a tree, like, just, gassy, because there's, like, loads of trees just over there, like, off the property. There's a chance they might be in there and just coming over from there, which, if that is the case, I might be screwed, because then the landlord could very easily say, not on the property, not my problem, which, as far as I'm aware, he's fully right to say, which then means I need to contact council and try and deal with, and just hope they deal with it. If not, I'm screwed, so please, 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 please be on the loft. Yeah, just please be a small one. So I've got visions of him tomorrow opening the panel to get into the loft and just wasps swarming. Like, there's a reason I'm wearing a beanie in this good weather, because I have a massive thing about bugs in my ears, so I've been living with headphones and this beanie on, just, no. Do not like to imagine wasps in my ears, thank you very much. Yeah. So that's a fun thing for me at the minute, and that's how life's going. I'm also hoping as well that whatever level of nest is up there isn't too severe, just because I'm concerned of the possibility of fumigation or anything like that, which means I'll probably have to leave the flat for a while. It could be 24 hours, it could be a few days, depending on the severity of it. All I know is in a lockdown, that isn't a great time to not be able to live in your flat. So that is sort of the worst case scenario type of thing. But we'll see. If anyone has any advice for dealing with wasps, feel free to let me know. I mean, I say that by the time this comes out, we should hopefully have an action plan in place, but yeah. And I was also saying to Anna as well, I've never been stung by a wasp, so I'm not sure if I'm allergic. Not looking forward to finding out, because something tells me I'm going to find out in a few days' time. Fun. But besides that, spring has sprung. It is nice and sunny. It is great weather. It's been great weather for a few days. Got a bit cloudy the other day, but yes. So yeah. Sunshine, wasps and stuff. And things opening up, so I'm seeing more and more friends going back to work in bars and stuff, which is great. I might be venturing out at some point in a week or two. We'll see. I think like start of May, I might venture out. We'll see, but like more of like a daytime type thing, just because I don't want to go out and get blackout drunk. Partly because money, partly because pandemic, partly because that just doesn't appeal to me. But yeah, so start of May, I might message a few friends and just say, yo, thinking of going out for just a drink or two, especially because there's a new bar open up that a few friends are working at, so I might see if I can pop in and see them essentially. And yeah. But future problems, I'm thinking actually just looking at the calendar, that won't be on next week's vlog, but it'll be the week after. So pray for me. Wasps. And I need to do some cleaning today. But as usual, I'm too lazy to do a setup for cleaning, so that is not happening. I did clean my makeup brushes though. That might have been the week before. Can't remember. But all my drives nice and clean and tidy. Oh, that's another concern of the wasps, I realised. So my standard outfit really for drag is my pink and black leotard. Love it. Made it just over a year ago. Was winging it. Never made a leotard before. Never worked those fabrics before. So it was a lot of winging it. Lots of trial and error. Mainly error. And as a result of the mainly error, there's quite a few little things that need fixing. Just from wear and tear over the past year. So simple. Sewing machine. Patch those little holes up. Could do in 10 minutes. But sewing machine is in the spare room, which is currently being overtaken by wasps. Not fun. Hopefully the wasps are dead, because they haven't moved since I last checked, so hopefully they're all dead and can just be hoovered up, and then that's problem solved. But I'm not touching them, if for nothing else. When my landlord comes around, I can say, look, wasps, I promise I'm not going crazy. But for now, this is a 50-minute vlog of just talking about wasps, essentially. I thought I saw someone walking a cat there, which is a very small dog. And I'm going to go back to my watching random YouTube videos and looking at messes I need to deal with. And potentially see you tomorrow night, potentially not see you till next week. So yeah, see you when I see you.
I'm starting off my weekly update with a non-black outfit, the only one I wore all week, so appreciate it, I guess. Food corner. These, if you haven't tried them, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, Devoon. Also these, I got them from Sainsbury's. And then protein. This is actually very yummy. It's spirulina in oat milk. Try it. Me and time, me and being cute, we all love me in. Look at that little baby. I love him so much. Manual labour, cleaning the floors. And I got myself some new Dr. Martens. I have another pair on the way, which will be here Monday. Very excited. Mian approves. That's it for my week. Goodbye.
I'm alive. It's been a minute. I have been very busy at work. We've had outside seating come back open. We have had a wonderful deal, which meant that we were overworked and underpaid, and all the good things that go with working in hospitality. It's just been a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. More and more people are acting like it's over. We did it. Well done, everyone. COVID isn't real anymore. But it's still very much here. But I don't know. We're getting through. I haven't done a lot. I'm trying to remember what's happened when I stopped filming. I learned to crochet. I made a very cute octopus plush, which I can't show you because I've already given away yet. I've looked stunningly beautiful the majority of the time. You know, Ray and Dill told me to start playing Hades again, so I did, and then spent all of my free time for a week and a half almost playing that. I'm still on and off playing it at the moment, but I'm sort of starting to move away. I've started watching Pose, which I'm really enjoying. I don't know if I think I have my eyebrow transfers. Maybe not. I've got these like transfers that I stick on that are like temporary tattoos that make it look like I actually have eyebrows. So yes, I shaved my eyebrows off to then pay to stick more eyebrows on. Any straight men that are watching this are very confused. Gender identity crisis lives on. She's still going, she's still raging. We're taking it as it comes. Today was a bad day. A lot of dysphoria. Just feeling like a blob instead of a person. My hair is big and beautiful and amazing, and it makes me happy when it's living its full curl life, which honestly I think I could actually get the curls to do more, but this is just shower shampoo and then letting it dry, which it'll do. yeah, things are slowly returning to normal. The dancing school is going to be opening in about a week. I'm currently looking at other jobs from my current workplace because it just feels like time to move on from hospitality. And I'm also looking at moving away from here to a completely different area, very far away. So I'm looking at remote positions that mean that I can not worry about having to like sort out a transfer or anything when it comes time to move, because there's 3 of us that are all moving in together. I don't know if we've talked about this, but whatever. So it just make it easier, because I don't have to worry. I can just move in when we all agree the time to move in is. Anyway, that's my life. That's what I'm up to. There really isn't a lot going on. It's just making money and trying not to let my mental health get worse. So, I mean, it's pretty good. It's alright. It's doing okay. Today was just a bad day, but I kept putting off filming for this week. I was like, oh, I've got like a couple hours left to put something out, so I should probably do that. Okay, I only get into bed, watch an episode of Pose, and then sleep. I've got some days off coming up and some holiday, so I'll enjoy that.